The Temple of Kom Ombo is an unusual double temple in the town of Kom Ombo in Aswan, Upper Egypt. It was constructed during the 180-47 BC. Some additions to it were later made during the Roman period. The building is unique because its double design meant that there were courts, halls, sanctuaries, and rooms duplicated for two sets of gods. The southern half of the temple was dedicated to the crocodile god, Sobek, god of fertility and creator of the world. Meanwhile, the northern part of the temple was dedicated to the falcon god, Horus. The temple is atypical because everything is perfectly symmetrical along the main axis.
It's a two word. It's Kom, it's meaning hills or mountain. What we're using for today as a symbol is word. When I want to say about I have a lot of the clothes I wanted to wash, I have a Kom. Okay, Ombo it's taken from Endo, it's meaning gold. Okay, so the hills of gold or the mountains of gold, mines of gold we have in Aswan, beginning from Kom Ombo town in here in the eastern side of Kom Ombo until Sudan. One of them active for today. They say about that gold is equals 93% pure, 32 karat equals. Okay, so that's to make our temple or our town one of the important town, and then actually they built that temple in 181 BC. 181 BC, and they take it 400 years to finish as we see it. That one is used to justify the gods and also the kings who's got the immortality of the gods because they are a god's picture on the land.
Right.
Okay? And there we have also the colors painted for the cartouche, the king name, and have a royal feathers upper of every cartouche. Everywhere, when we find something like this picture it's meaning, it's called the Rehit bird. Rehit, it's a symbol of the public people. So everywhere we will find that one on the column, it's meaning the public people allow it to come into that one.
Okay.
Maybe for in the next one, but actually not in the deepest room, because deepest room is a sanctuary area. Okay. One will see also another part of the Greek culture. That one, but cannot. We felt ashamed. They felt ashamed to appear like this.
Yeah.
Areas. Actually, about also we think in academy we think about that one. It's maybe they consider as a development for their art. But from the Greek and the Roman, that art is appeared.
Yeah.
So in here we can see the vulture on the ceiling
Ah, yes.
and still painted colors.
Right.
Even also all the colors taken lotus flower design.
El no Cleopatra séptima, la famosa, Cleopatra más interior, quinta es sexta.
And here also we have like a mummification, like mummified of many crocodiles from inside the area, until the largest one was arrived about 16 meters, 17 years old, so that's the max age of the crocodile. We discovered in here a mummies for all of his age limits. And that we will see in the Museum of Crocodile after we finish here. Okay, they presented the offering. So, in here we have the sun disk. We have the sun disk, okay? First show, it's meaning tenths. And the fingers, units. That one, it's a day. Day 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, day 28. Day 29. 29 is taken before the last. If you break any bread, you shall to eat it. But if you don't eat it, if you don't finish, you will throw it. Okay, actually after that, that's before the last day, 29. And the last day called the Bah. Bah meaning to finish. I'm using for today like an easy word. For example, for the baby, Candy's finished, Candy's finished.
Okay.
Okay, after that we have the next day in the new month. One, the sun rising on the sun, on the land, and also the rain. Second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, until finishing to the discover how the ancient Egyptian they built the huge forts. They used a puzzle. You know puzzle, P-U-Z-Z-L-A. Puzzle like a games of the babies. Actually about that ones, it's in every line, like here, have an extra piece, they hold it in here. For every line, every level of that rocks. And then actually they discovered it's not enough safe. If we have an earthquake, that one is easy to destroying. So they put piece from the cedar as a gut. In here we will see the king. He's presented for Amenhotep, the surgical instrument. The instrument, sponge, to drink the blood during the surgical. We have it here the cupping as a Chinese to moving the blood, the cutter, the sticks for the teeth. The spoon was from two sides, the small one and the big one, to make it like how many of the herbs or spices we're using. The holders, the hook in the top, and then actually we have also the spoon and the cutter what we're using for today. The scale, all that.
Surgical instruments.
Besides, and besides the piscine, what's using to cleansing hands before they close the skin together. Okay, what else? We have in here the amazing design for the fertility of Horus, Hassan, and Horus, he was a younger Horus son. We can see how the details, the feet, the ankles, and his wearing. They wearing just the feather because they appear or represented as a bird. What else? What I told you outside the left, and you see my for that we have a process and we have a many stories. Ruler with us for all. Today they honor every god. Because if you believe in a god, we have a god before, and the same stories happen. So the big, you know, coming to here. That one used the nilometer. What's the nilometer? To know the limit of the flooding in every year.
So this is connected to the Nile?
Yes.
Okay.
Even also about that one, it's cutting from hundreds years or over the 100 years, but the water, the underground water spills in here. 14.70 meters. That's that well.
Oh my God.
To
That's
put
really
how
deep.
many people pay a taxes. If we have a higher limit of the flooding, it's meaning a lot of agriculture, so a lot of tax.